This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with SB Sports in Chaco. We're delighted to be joined all the way from Liverpool this morning by the madman James McCarthy. How are you, mate?
I'm good. Do you know what the madman name? When I turned over in the pros, they asked me for a name, and do you know what? I'd never even thought that far ahead because obviously I've been out the ring for a long time. My last amateur fight was like 7 years ago, and when I turned pro, I was like, they said, "What's your boxing name?" And I couldn't think of nothing. And I remember my old coach, John Jones, from the Sheffield ABC, he used to call me the madman all the time. He used to be like, "You're madman, you're madman," and a lot of people do call me mad, so that's where it come from, the madman Mac.
I know, obviously, I can sort of think of obviously why you're mad, because obviously we planned this interview for this morning at 10 a.m. and you were like, give me a shout and you're up, and obviously we'll get it sorted. And you'd message me first thing this morning at like 4 o'clock going, yeah, I've just been for my run, so I'm ready when you are. So,
Yeah.
I guess when you have the energy and you wake up and you can't go back to sleep, you might as well
Yeah,
go
that's
run done early.
I got out on the road this morning, on a 10k run this morning. I don't know what was up with me this morning. It's something went on with me, like, but I got it done now. Got it done. Felt it this morning, but I'm feeling good, feeling strong, feeling fresh.
Fantastic. And I guess when you're out that early in the morning, you're out running. I would normally say you're out running when your opponent's sleeping, but your opponent Eddie Tracy would have been out running at that time as well. So
yeah, I believe so.
Both out early, getting the road work done.
Yeah, not a bit of cutting any corners.
Definitely not. But obviously, for yourself, obviously, I know when I spoke to Mark Dunlop, obviously the promoter of the show last week, he had obviously highlighted the fact to us that obviously that you're not just a scouser coming over to from Liverpool to Belfast. They obviously fight an Irish fighter, but you obviously have grandparents who were Irish as well. So there's Irish within the family.
Yeah, there's Irish in the blood up the tree. With my granddad's, my dad's dad. I think he's from. I think no, I wouldn't even be guessing. I asked my auntie the other day, and she told me all, and it's always around my head. But it's my grandparents, definitely Irish. So Irish Scouser in the blood, definitely.
Definitely a good mix they have. You sort of mentioned there you had about 60 amateur fights.
I had around about 50. Around about 50 I had. I boxed. My first ever fight was in 2004. I think 2004. I was about 14 or something like that. Sounds like a long time ago that now, to be honest. But yeah, I boxed a lot of good names. A lot of good names who were in the pros now, or a lot of good names who have been in the pros and they've went far themselves. But obviously my life circumstances went elsewhere when I was about 23, 24. So I was out the ring for a few years, and last year I kind of hit a point in my life where it was either going one way or the other, and I chose to make a stand for myself. And you know what, put all it into boxing and give it all or nothing, no regrets. And I went for it, and lucky enough, I made it and got my pro license, got a few fights out the way. It could have went a lot better than my first year, could have went a lot better, but I kind of rushed a lot of the process, and I didn't take my time, and I had a lot of stuff going on outside of life with my little girl. I had a little girl that was born premature, like I said before, my little Jersey. She had a few complications, which has had a big effect on my mental health, like my mental state, not my mental health, my mental state, while I was fighting and training, you know what I mean? But everything seems to be going okay at the moment, and I'm feeling strong, and I'm looking forward to this fight.
How is your young girl, Jersey, now? Is obviously everything all okay with her?
She's got a few complications, but she's a fighter. She gives me my courage, she gives me my strength. Watching what she goes through and seeing what she's had to deal with over the last 7-8 months, it's been hard, but it gives me a lot more strength than what I could ever even say. It's crazy, but she's in a good little place at the moment, and we're good. I feel good. I feel strong. I feel mentally strong, and I feel mentally up for this fight. Can't wait for it.
Fantastic. You definitely got a good buzz about you. Obviously, 7 or 8 years out of the ring. Did you obviously, whenever you turned pro then last year, I guess obviously you're sort of making up for sort of lost time and things like that, but you sort of having to relearn over the last year in the ring.
Yeah, but to be honest, it's mad. If you want to look at my record, I'm think 50-50 by me, right? No one knows my record. It's like my first fight I got beat by. I gave away 2 weight categories, and I took down a day's notice. I've rushed the process with everyone. I've took three of my last fights. I've took with 3 days notice and 2 days notice and a week notice. You know what I mean? I had no time. And outside of life was complicated. No excuses. I'm not making any excuses on anything. I got in the ring. I took the fights. I was in there. You know what I mean? Everything went whatever way it went. But with this fight, I've had a bit of notice, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm feeling good in myself. I'm feeling confident, and like this fight is a tough fight, and I've done a bit of homework on his head, and he likes to scrap and he likes to bang. So I know it's not going to be an easy fight. I know I'm not going to get in there and push him over anywhere. But I'm hoping I do. But I know it's not going to be that way. I know we're going to either clash or we're going to just slug it out, or you never know. We might pull out the bag. We might box each other. We don't know until we get in there. But I could have boxed on the 1st of October, like I said before, on a home show. Got an easy journeyman. Got an easy, comfy win. Got a comfy fight that more than likely would have won. But I'm not about that. I don't want them easy fights. I don't want to fight. I don't want people spending money coming to watch me knowing I'm just going to put some kids away. Obviously, you need that. But like I say, I'm 31. I'm chasing years I've missed. You know what I mean? And I want to be in fights that are going to be remembered. And the fact that I've been, even this opportunity, flying over to Belfast to box an unbeaten kid in his own town who's got something about him, that alone is more to me than anything. And like, you know, I wish him more luck than I want to win. And you know, whoever wins wins. And I'm coming to win. He's coming to win. I'm no journeyman. I'm not coming to get beat. And whatever happens in the ring happens in the ring. But I know that I haven't cut no corners, and I'm coming. I'm coming to make a name for myself. Whether the win, lose, draw, whatever happens in that ring, I'm coming with everything I've got, and that's how it's going to end out.
People obviously sometimes see records or obviously don't see the profile, sort of, you know, that you're the away fighter sort of coming to the fight. And, you know, whenever I guess people only see, say, on box rec, obviously your pro record, they don't see that you've
Yeah,
had 50 or 60 fights as an amateur.
but
They
that's it
probably
though. Like
would discredit you sort of some ways, which obviously, as you're saying, that you've had a tough year, you
I've
know,
had it for you. I like that like this. Like my last fight, I boxed an unbeaten kid, Reece Woods, and he's very awkward southpaw. To be honest, the fight was awkward. I underestimated the kid a lot, but a couple of hours before the fight, my little daughter and the baby's mum was in a car crash in the car, and like I mean, I never told no one. Didn't even tell my coach. Didn't tell no one. So like, I'll still fight. But even when I got in there, I just weren't in the fight. I wasn't even in it. Even the commentary were even saying there's something going on with McCarthy. This isn't the same lad as we watched box literally a month ago. And it's no excuse. The kid beat me, outboxed me. He was awkward, but he didn't get the same version as what I am, what I know I can do. And I don't think anyone over the last year has. And people can have whatever opinions they want. I know what's gone on in my life. I know where I've been, and I know what's been going on. And to be honest, this is the first time in a long time that there's not going to be no fitness. It's not going to be down to outside of life. It's going to be down to Eddie beat me on the day, and that's what it is. And I haven't had that yet. I haven't had notice for a fight. I haven't had no outside craziness going on, and you know, like I'm feeling fit. I'm feeling strong. Outside of life is going okay, and you know, we're 3 weeks away. So whatever happens in that ring, I hold my hand up and say, I give it my best. I won. I give it my best. I lost. I give it my best. We drawed. I give it my best. And you know, good luck to the both of us. I believe we're going to put on an entertaining fight because I know he comes and I know I come. So, you know, good luck to the pair of us. You know, see what happens.
do you see this as sort of, I guess, sort of making up in some ways for probably the last year? Obviously, you haven't had the notice. You obviously have other things going on in life and everything else.
Yeah.
Do you see this like a second debut?
But to be funny enough, my debut was meant to be the 24th of September last year, and the whole show got cancelled the day before. And I was like, Dan, I mean, coach phoned me and he phoned the fight off, and I buttoned him like 4 times. I was like, I'm not, you know, nah. I've sold like, you know, 200 tickets or so, 170 tickets or so, and I've got grand in my house. And yeah, so I was done my head in, but so in my head, I've got some little weird, like the dates, like today's the date it's meant to happen. And, you know, I've got a lot to prove. I've got a lot to prove for myself. I've got a lot to prove to the city. I've got a lot to prove to the years that I've missed. And I know this fight can be a big open door for me. I know it can open so many doors. It's an unbeaten kid in his hometown. I'm going to have to pull it out the bag anyway to give it to him in his own town anyway. But if I win this fight away against an unbeaten kid on telly, that's going to open up so many doors. I've got so much more to come from this than losing. So, like, I'm coming with everything I've got, and whatever happens in the ring happens in the ring. If he wins, he wins. If anything worse happens, it worse happens. But you know, I'm coming. He's coming. Whoever it happens on the day, it's going to be on the day. And I believe I've cut no corners this fight. So, and I don't believe there's any distractions this fight. So whatever happens, happens. And I'm
And
looking forward to coming over there. I mean, I'm really excited for it. To be honest, I'm looking forward to it.
it's going to be on TG4, TG Kahar,
Easy.
obviously, as it's called in other places as well. But it's going to be available to watch worldwide as well. So, any of obviously your fans and things like that,
Yeah,
obviously I can't get over because with the way the world's going at the moment, everything's costly in price. Obviously, Belfast just been through a busy summer of festivals and everything else, and it seems like hotel. And obviously, I'm sure you probably people that's coming over have told you about hotel prices and stuff. They're not cheap, but you're bringing a
yeah,
good
yeah.
wee crowd over as well.
Look, funny enough, I got sent the link for the tickets. And the arena was sold out before I even had a chance to send a link to anyone. But Mark said, look, I can get you 20, £50 unreserved tickets. That's the best I can do. And it's more than enough. You know what I mean? I did have an army wanting to come over, but, you know, I can only take what I can get given. So I've got them tickets sold. So I've got a bit of crowd coming over to me, which, like, I'd shout out on this, like, from day one, the crowd that have followed me from day one, supporting me, have seen where I was to where I am. They've been absolutely amazing, and I couldn't do a lot without the people and the support and the sponsors that I've got in my life at the moment. And things are just, I feel grateful and blessed with everything that's coming to me. And these opportunities don't come around every once in a while. And like, I am no journeyman. Whatever people want to believe or whatever people want to see or whatever people want to think, I don't care. I'm no journeyman. I'm coming to make a name. I'm coming to improve. I'm coming to take these gambles. Like, in the minute, there's a chance I could get beat. There's a chance I could get knocked out against kids like this. But I could have boxed on the 1st of October. Like I said, I got a comfy win. You know what I mean? Where's the fun in that? I want to be in the fights like Eddie wants to be in the fights. I believe he wants to be in the wars and the name big fights, and that's what I want. So I don't want to be in no easy, comfy fights. I want to be in fights that people are going to be talking about long after I'm out of the ring.
I can see obviously you have a t-shirt behind you that obviously quite obviously a list of sponsors. Obviously we like to obviously give people the opportunity to shout out their sponsors at the end of the day. Without the sponsors getting involved, but you probably would have never seen a professional ring.
Yeah, they've been great from day one. I've got Fat Boy Burgers, Fat Boy Bullies, ADM Meats, Shop First, Power Prep Meals, RW Roofing Specialist, and the Bounty King. You can find all them on Instagram and Facebook, or if you follow me, you'll see me tag them in everything. And like I've said there, and I've done a bigger shout out, without them people behind me, and somewhat like they've absolutely been great, amazing, and I swear they pulled it out the bag for me quite a lot. And if anyone else wants to jump on the team, get in
Definitely.
touch.
I can still see a wee space there somewhere for a sponsor or
Yeah,
two, but they play such an important role. You've
you
obviously just said
definitely.
there before we started that you obviously had to do your second year medicals, your MRIs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And they're not
it's
and I believe that in mainland UK they've went way up in price again as well. So, they're nearly doubling in
yeah.
price, like everything is at the moment.
Everything's gone up in price. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then everyone thinks like you're a millionaire because you're a professional boxer. And everyone's like, oh, you should be flying. I've never been more skint. It's mad. It's crazy. Everyone thinks that you've got money coming out of your ears because you're a professional boxer. And it's like, oh, mate, I've never been more skint in my life. It's mad. Medicals cost an absolute fortune. And people don't see that. People don't see the
Yeah.
weeks training, the medicals, the money, the time and effort goes in. And then, like, to be honest, this is why I have went on the road a little bit as well, because I'm not coming on the road just to be a journeyman to earn dough. I'm coming to upset people. I'm coming to with ambition. But like, I am getting a bit older. I have started late, and over the last 12 months, I had a few shows cancelled on me and that. You know what I mean? And it's too much. It's too much time going out and getting too older to be losing time, losing fights on days' notices and that's all. That's why I'm taking big gambles like this. But I could have took a gamble on the 1st of October and got a Jamie, like I've said. I've chose to go to Ireland and box an unbeaten kid who likes to come for the scrap. And that just goes to show what I want out of the sport. I mean, that's where I'm coming for.
What does a win do for you against Eddie Tracy on the 24th September? Does it sort of put
Brings back
you
out.
does it
It
put you
brings back.
sort of back in the, does it put you into the sort of mix like it's your first six rounder as well? So does it
Yeah,
sort
it's my
of
first 6 rounder.
does it put you
Yeah.
in a sort of mix for, probably maybe potentially getting a promoter involved in England or maybe getting a shot at obviously a belt somewhere?
Well, there's been a few talks about it. There's been a few, Mark's mentioned a few things to me. I won't say just yet because I don't want to jinx that or throw that out there if it's not going to happen. But a few things have been mentioned to me, which I'm quite excited for. But as I say, my mind at the moment is not about to end after this. It's 24th of September. My mind just does that. Anything that comes after is great. But winning away is always a big thing, innit? But winning an unbeaten kid is even bigger. And winning an unbeaten banger in his own town on telly, that is going to open up doors. I mean, and you know what? Even if I get beat, but I get beat well. You know what I mean? Even if I get beat, I'm not going to give it. I'm not going to give it to anyone easy. You know what I mean? But it's my first 6 rounder. I'm looking forward to doing that more than anything. To be honest, it's going to be. I've picked my first 6 rounds a bit of scrapper, so I don't do things the easy way. But I've got a good feeling. Good things are going to come this year for me, and you know, even if they don't, I know that I've given everything and I've given gambles, and I'm willing to step into the lion's den and take it to anyone, and that's where I'm coming for.
Fantastic. Well, James, listen. Well, obviously, thank you very much for your time. Obviously, we don't want to go too far because we'll probably do an interview with you, obviously, on the weigh-in day in Belfast. But I'm sure we'll see you in just over 2 weeks' time.
See you in 2 weeks. I look forward to it.
Thanks for
very
obviously
much.
coming on and having a chat with us. And I say we'll see you in Belfast in a couple of weeks' time.
See you soon. Take
All
care,
right,
mate.
cheers. Take care. Thanks. Bye bye.